I'm testing out a new smart bird feeder that will bring excellent video and sound right to your phone. Today I'm going to introduce you to a fun new smart bird feeder by Camojojo called the HiBird. And as you know, there's been a lot of smart bird feeders coming on the market in the last year or so. It's become kind of a hot item to have for your home. And they really are great, and I've tested a number of them, but I only test ones from companies that I have a relationship with. And I've worked with Camojojo before with a really nice 4G trail camera that they produce. One thing about Camojojo is their engineering and their production design is really top-notch and really kind of unique. Their products have sort of a different fit and feel to them. Really solid, really well made. So it's kind of fun to get this one. I've been trying it out for about a month. I've actually had it up for a month and then taken it back down and taken it apart so you could see how it goes together. Let me just go through it real quick. So this is the base right here. And the interesting thing about the base is it has an adjustable perching system, adjusted different ways here to suit whatever you need. Now, when you put it way out here, you're talking about some big birds. So one of the things that I like about this feeder is it's so sturdy that you could, if you wanted to, set this up to feed really large birds like crows and jays and things like that exclusively. Or you can keep it a little smaller like this, which I've been doing, to do it mostly for the buntings, the warblers, and the smaller birds. And of course, just about any songbird is going to fit on this position. So this is the position that I've been testing it in most of the time. So it comes with three main parts: the base, the body, and the roof right here. And I'll put it together here for you real quick. This just snaps in place like that. And then there's three stainless steel screws that go in the back here to hold it in place. And one thing I like about Camojojo's engineering philosophy is they almost always use hex head screws, and so they provide a nice Allen wrench for you to use. And it's just a whole lot easier to do than small screws like Phillips heads. And we've got that attached. And it has a mounting system that fits on the bottom. So this would snap in if you wanted to use this bracket. For example, I had it mounted to a post, and you would use this to mount it onto a post or with a strap to a tree. But I would generally recommend mounting it to a post or some part of your house or something like that. But the nice thing is you just can leave this out and it'll sit nice and firm and solid on a table or a bench or something like that. Perfect thing to enjoy birds in your backyard garden or deck or whatever. And you could even move it around a little bit, So this is really it's a nice solid. It fits nice and firmly. It's not going to be wobbly. You could just move this around, leave it flat and move it around to different parts of your deck or your porch, or instead of just permanently mounting it. It just kind of depends on what you want to do. So it has a lot of flexibility. And I really like the color of this. So then the roof, you can see there's a key here on the hole here and a key here. So you want to bring this in like this and just snap it in here, snap it in there, and that's all you got to do to put the roof on. You put your seed down in here. Now, I've said this on every smart bird feeder I've tested. You don't want to put cheap, junky seed in these smart bird feeders. I recommend using shelled black oil sunflower seeds, or in my case in Florida, because I'm after the painted buntings, which are my favorite birds down here in the wintertime, I use a nice white millet. But you don't want to put in like messy seeds in here, like the cheap variety seeds that you get at Home Center or something like that most birds won't eat. It'll just end up fouling your feeder. So if you're feeding the birds seed that they're going to eat, and especially no waste seed, then that really makes the cleanup a lot easier. And then of course, speaking of cleanup, it has a nice removable feeder tray here to assist in the cleaning up. Like that. The feed goes down into here, goes into the tray. You can just makes it a whole lot easier to clean out. Now, of course, I hear people talking about, well, it's hard to clean a bird feeder. Well, this one is pretty easy to clean, but usually what happens is a lot of people wait way too long to clean their bird feeders. Bird feeders should be cleaned, at least once a week. I mean, for one thing, to keep them clean, but also for the health of the birds. You don't want to get mold and mildew and things like that growing in here. The more you keep your bird feeder clean, the more it's going to look good, the more it's going to last, the more the birds are going to be happy. So the roof comes down like that, and there you have your basic birdhouse. And it's really nice and well built, sturdy, and it'll give you a lot of fun. But what really got me excited about the Camojojo HiBird system is their camera pack. It has 4K video at 30 frames per second and a really high bit rate. It's not a grainy 4K at all, and it really gives you what quality results, and you'll see a bunch of examples. The other thing is, this doesn't have solar panel that goes with it, but it has a 10,000 milliamp hour lithium battery, rechargeable battery in here. So what you want to do is charge it up for about 6 or 8 hours before you deploy it the first time, get the battery up to 100%. You can order a solar panel. Basically, any solar panel that puts out 5 volts will work fine. Camojojo sells solar panels on their website and on their Amazon site. And you may say, well, why didn't they put a solar panel? If you want solar panels, sometimes you have to run cable and get it into the sun. And some people might not like the cluttered look of the solar panel. So this has the option of a really long-lasting battery at 10,000 milliamps. And I'll show you here in a second, it's not that big of a deal to take this battery out and charge it. Depends on how active your bird feeder is. When I tested this out, it was extremely active. I had like several thousand 30-second videos within a few days. The birds were just loving it. So, it's not that difficult to take this in and out, and I'll show you that. This, of course, operates connects to your home Wi-Fi, and you load the HiBird app on your phone. You can watch the birds come and go and get alerted. So let's go ahead and put this in. First, I'll turn it on. And besides having a real large capacity battery and 4K video, it allows you up to 128 gigabytes of micro SD storage. And that's really important because this doesn't require any cloud subscription or anything like that. It's going to save your high definition 4K videos right to a micro SD card. And they include a 32 gigabyte micro SD card with it. And that's nice to have, but if you're going to be, like in my case, I was collecting a lot of 4K video, and the 32 gigabyte card will start to fill up after 4 or 5 days. So I put in a 128 gigabyte card, and it'll last quite a long time. And of course it has white lights to fill and for also running at night sometimes if you see something going on there. So you can see, for example, sometimes the screech owls visit the bird feeders at night. You can see those. Sometimes birds show up early in the morning and late in the evening, like cardinals and doves are ones that sometimes stay pretty late or come early to the feeder. So that's it. And of course it's got a microphone and a speaker, and the quality of this camera unit really sticks out, and that's something I've noticed about Camojojo products, particularly their trail camera. Really a good build quality, and you can see it in just about everything. Even the antenna has got a little bit nicer build quality than the average. So I powered it on, I put the antenna in here, and I'm just going to slide it into the spot here, like that, and come around to the back, and they've got a nice stainless steel screw here that you attach the camera with, and you don't have to worry about it falling out. And so once you have this mounted, it's real easy to take this camera unit in and out if you wanted to charge the battery, or you can, solar charge. So there you go. That's basically the system all set up and ready to go. And again, here's the mounting bracket, a USB charging cord, a pretty simple, straightforward instructions, and a template for mounting it on a post, mounting hardware. And of course, Camojojo is known for giving you spare screws. So they even have these little stainless steel screws that hold the top on. They give you 3 extra ones and some extra mounting screws. And a cute little HiBird decal. So we'll put a little artificial cardinal here, middle male northern cardinal there. So you just download the HiBird app, and then it'll talk you right through connecting the camera to your home Wi-Fi. There's no recurring data charges. It just runs off of your home Wi-Fi router. And it's just a simple matter of adding the camera and entering your Wi-Fi password, and then scanning a QR code on your phone with the camera from the HiBird. So then you just go live here, and you'll see there's the live view right here, that quickly, of Mr. Northern Cardinal. And we've got Mr. Bear here. He wants to see what's going on. 2 of my mascots. So it's that simple. And then there's a number of settings here. In my case, I've got it set up for the maximum of 4K video with 30-second videos and a high sensitivity, because I'm really testing it out and I want to see everything. And of course, the exciting part about this is, it's a nice bird feeder, fun to have, but what really blows me away about this camera is the quality of the video and pictures, and I'll show you that, a lot of that. That's really what this review is really about. I mean, when you buy one of these, if you want to see bird action on your phone, I'll just pick one at random here from earlier today. And there's a mourning dove out there. You can go to full screen. And that's really what you want to do, is you want to be able to see what birds visit your birdhouse, see them in great detail, record them, and also share them with your friends and family. So it's really just a lot of fun very educational and good for the birds and good for your soul too. So it's really a lot of fun. What I'm testing now is the pre-launch birdhouse, and the birdhouse is not going to change. So I found the HiBird app to work really well, and I've been using it for about a month now and getting some really great videos, and that's really what's important to me, is the proof is in the seeing of the videos. And I won't go into great detail right now about the app because they're going to upgrade the app when they have the official launch in early April. I think it's around April 5th or something like that will be the official launch. And we're in the pre-sale period right now, and you can get some really good deals on this feeder. And then the formal launch will be later in April, and it'll come with a upgraded app with bird ID and a few enhancements to where you can download the 4K videos directly to your phone. There's two things about the HiBird Smart Bird Feeder that really impress me because, you know, my business is photography and videography. One is the high quality 4K video and the good focus that they have, you know, within a few inches of the lens out to beyond the range of the bird. So you get really good quality 4K video in really good focus with this camera of the birds that visit your feeder. And the other thing is they're saving the raw video files to 128 up to 128 gigabyte micro SD on there, which makes it easier for you. Pop out the micro SD card and download it to your computer, and then you know, edit them if you want to, or just download them to your phone and share them. You know, 4K video at high quality at high bit rates makes for large files, so it's a little bit much to share through social media, but you can easily share you know, a regular HD clips on social media, and they look really great on the phone. So I'm going to get this back out there and start watching more birds, and I'll follow up later with an update on the HiBird phone app. It's real easy to mount the HiBird feeder. Just use the template to make 2 screw holes, put in the 2 screws with the hex wrench, put on the bracket, and this is where the feeder attaches to the bracket. Just slide the feeder onto the bracket and tighten down this stainless steel locking nut, and it's nicely attached to the post. You can rotate the feeder to get the best view that you want. In my case, I want to rotate it around here so it's looking at a nice palm tree with a nice background, and also not getting so much strong sun or shadows during the day. It makes for better video. And there you go, it's just that simple. I have the HiBird camera pointed right at a small palm tree because it makes for a nice pleasing composition. But remember, if you have trees blowing in the wind in front of your HiBird camera, you want to reduce the sensitivity of the motion detection to medium. It will continue to trigger on the birds, but not on the blowing palm fronds in the wind. It's an attractive looking smart bird feeder. So I know my beloved backyard squirrels, which have their own feeding station, will be after this. So what I did is put a squirrel baffle around the post that holds the feeder, and that keeps the squirrels off. And I've had really good luck with squirrel baffles. And you just want to make sure that there's nothing nearby that they can jump from to get to the feeder. I'll put a link to this feeder in the description. This one is made for a 4x4 post, and it works really well. In summary, the HiBird Smart Bird Feeder has outstanding in-focus close-up 4K video with pretty high bit rates and excellent sound. I was impressed with the video quality, and you'll notice I showed you examples of full-screen 4K videos in this review. While it doesn't come with a solar panel, you can add one if you like, and it does have a large high-capacity battery which lasts a long time on a charge, depending on how much bird activity you have. The HiBird feeder is well made with quality materials, and fit and finish is good. It is easy to install and can be mounted or used in a variety of ways. It's easy to clean, and remember, I recommend using high quality no-mess seed. You'll get more thankful bird friends visiting your feeder, and the cleanup and mess will be much less. The HiBird app works quite well. You can view bird activity live and review and share saved videos. There will be an upgrade to the app before the formal launch of the HiBird feeder later in April that will add more features and options such as bird ID. And I'll upload an update going over the HiBird app in detail after the new features are added.